What is ethical fashion?
There's a whole website called the Ethical Fashion Forum, and according to them, ethical fashion represents an approach to manufacturing, sourcing, materials, producing in a ethical way. And that means basically benefiting the people and communities that are involved in that process and also not having a negative impact on the environment. It also means being active in reducing poverty, being actually beneficial for the environment, and also doing good to communities, not just not harming them. And that's something that I also agree with. One addition to my definition of ethical fashion is using materials that have not been created by animals. So not killing another living thing to create a material, because as we all know, animals are not materials. We all have dogs, we all have cats and pets, most of us at least, and none of us can imagine someone slaughtering our pets to remove their skin and turn them into shoes and bags, especially in the moment when so many non-animal derived materials exist. So that's my definition. A little addition to that is also excluding materials where animals have been harmed in order to get them.
What is not ethical fashion?
Unfortunately, not ethical fashion is pretty much every huge retail brand, high street brand out there. Anything that's just mass produced is unfortunately not every single thing, but the biggest part of it is unfortunately not ethical fashion. So probably all the brands that you're shopping at are not, like, let's say H&M, Zara, Forever 21, Topshop, Primark, Victoria's Secret. The list goes on and on. It's these brands that produce their clothing in countries where people a lot of workers' rights don't really exist there. The minimum wages there are sometimes even under $100 a month. And there's no limit to how many hours it can work, or there's no days off in a week. It's just a brutal life that these people are forced to live in order to just make a salary that's gonna barely cover their living expenses, pretty much.
What happens to the workers working in the fast fashion sweatshops if we boycott fast fashion?
If all of humanity suddenly decides to stop supporting fast fashion and just stop shopping also completely, then obviously they're going to be out of a job. But that's not really how it's going to happen and how it works. By boycotting fast fashion, we are putting pressure on the companies that exploit their workers to stop doing that and to pay them fairly, treat them fairly, and have them working in safe working conditions. And the other thing is, instead of supporting fast fashion brands, we have another option to support fair fashion brands and support slow fashion and support companies that help employ workers in those underdeveloped countries and pay them fairly and give them an opportunity to get themselves out of poverty and live dignified lives.
What happens when we buy from the fast fashion industry?
By buying fast fashion, we are saying we want more of this, we want more of cheap clothes, and we want more of human exploitation. It's not helping those people at all.